You know, today we're gathered to demand a right to education, but we also want to say that everybody's got a right to live, right? No matter what your education level is, right? There should be dignity in all work, and you should not have to work 2 or 3 jobs to be able to survive in the richest country on the planet and the richest country in world and history, right? So next we're going to hear from some brothers and sisters from one of the leaders in the labor movement here in Rhode Island, the Teamsters Local 251, who themselves transformed the labor movement internally and have been transforming the labor movement here in Rhode Island, organizing the unorganized, making sure that workers have unity and have a voice in the workplace, and demanding that there's dignity. So it's a real honor to introduce Matt Tibby, who's the principal officer of the Teamsters Local 251.
Thank you. I'm standing here with, to my right, Julie, who works at DHL NH, Matt Maney, who's a business agent for Local 251, and Wrong Rath, who works for DHL NH. Over a year ago now, an organizing drive started at DHL NH, which is a subcontractor for DHL Express. DHL Express is owned by the German post office, Deutsche Post, one of the largest transportation companies in the world. Highly profitable, huge money. DHL Express workers in the United States are Teamsters and make great, family supporting wages, good benefits, and secure retirement. The subcontractors are a different story. When these workers approached us, we were facing a situation where they had no health care that was affordable to them. The plans were the costs were more than what they made a year. It was totally unaffordable and out of reach for them. The average wage was a little over $12 an hour. No retirement benefits. Rampant wage theft. Safety and health violations and issues were rampant. So it was no surprise that when they approached us and we told them that by collective action they can demand better. They can demand a fair share of their rights on the job. They can demand dignity. They can demand living wages and decent benefits.
That's right.
Those folks voted 25-2 in favor of the union. They stood together. This group is united. When they decided as a group themselves to take on wage theft, the employer was not paying what was mandated by law for holidays. They weren't paying time and a half. They said, we don't do that. We've never done that. We had active claims against that, and those checks are due any day now.
All right.
Well, they demanded on Columbus Day as a group to go on strike for over this grievance. One of their demands, their central demand, was adherence to the law. They themselves had to demand that the employer obey the law, which is astonishing. Well, the employer folded, and they also demanded that one of their brothers, a dock worker who hadn't been part of the original organizing drive, be recognized. The employer folded on that and agreed. Since then, we were able to raise wages during bargaining so that they make still low, but on average about $13 an hour. Well, during the course of bargaining, we reached a point where living wages and affordable health care and secure retirement were something that the employer was not looking like they were going to do. So these brave workers took a stand. On April 30th, they walked out they went on strike. They stood together and demanded respect on the job. Now it's difficult. These are low-wage workers. To say living paycheck to paycheck is an understatement. A lot of folks were behind even to begin with. Some of their co-workers are homeless. Unions stand for more than just dollars and cents. It's all about basic human rights. The right to a living wage job, the right to affordable housing, the right to affordable health care. These are basic rights that we stand with, and these brave workers are on the streets fighting for it. In this day and age where you have an immensely profitable global corporation employing a subcontractor model where the subcontractor can be the worst abuser of poverty, employment, with no wages, it's a shame. And DHL NH, Northeast Freightways, shame on you. These workers will stay out as long as it takes. They'll fight together. Everyone's welcome to the picket line. We're at 101 Concord Street in Pawtucket, Rhode Island. Typical best hours to be there is about 9:30 in the morning till about 11 in the morning when the vans are rolling. But we're there 24/7. Sometimes we're not there on weekends because they're not running. But right now we're fighting. We're there, and we want your support. So thank you.